Good morning, everyone. This is our Wednesday morning press conference that we have after each council meeting to go over the discussions from the night before and to answer any questions that the media might have or citizens who are watching us on Facebook. A couple things I want to talk about before I get into last night's meeting, which, by the way, was record-setting. I think that's the fastest meeting we've ever had. But I want to address the ongoing saga of the new green trash cans. I know there's still lots of questions out there. When the council did vote to go with Golden Triangle Waste again, who we're using in this process, when the cans were started delivering them 2 weeks ago, and they said that it would be done in a 2-week process, they have had a few hiccups along the way, and so everybody does not have their cans. And I understand the frustration, but I ask for a little more patience. It seems that there were some discrepancies in the addresses that we received from Columbus Light and Water as far as which homes received cans and which ones didn't. And they're trying to iron all that out right now to make sure that they get it correct. It's also my understanding that the team that they outsourced to deliver the cans is not in town right now. And according to the director of Golden Triangle Waste Management, there is some type of wand they have to use because of the chips before they deliver them, and they do not have a wand at this time. So I'm encouraging people to continue just to use your trash cans that you had before, or again, you can put your bags on the street, which we do not recommend, but they will pick them up. And as we continue to try to work through this new process. But Golden Triangle Waste is the place to call. Now, I understand, I heard the supervisors talking about it in their meeting last week, that people were not satisfied with the communities or the service that they're getting from Golden Triangle Waste Management. So feel free to reach out to us if you've tried and you can't get to them, and we'll do everything we can to get answers for you. Again, I apologize for the delays of those who haven't received their cans. I will also say that we're getting a lot of positive response from folks too. They just don't seem to do it on Facebook as much, saying that they like the new cans, they like the new service, everything has been going smoothly, and we're excited for that. But anytime that you have a change in a service like this, there's always going to be some unhappiness along the way, and I wish we could do it in a way that everybody would be pleased with, but we simply can't. But we're going to continue to try to make this the best service we can. Also, I want to give an update on the work that Maloof Construction is going to be doing on the River Bridge. There's been a lot of delay there as well. I got an email this week letting me know that Maloof Construction has developed a ramp to access the water, to walk the crane and drill rig on the barge. They've mobilized and assembled a 110-ton crane. They've mobilized and assembled a 210-ton crane. They've developed a crane pad to set the barges in the water. They've mobilized a handful of loads of miscellaneous crane mats, loading ramps, etc., and mobilized a few sectional barges. They will continue this mobilizing process, and they are saying that they should be on site at the bridge itself by the first week of October. So looks like we're still a couple of weeks away before people will actually see work on the bridge. And once that begins, depending on the weather and how things go, they think that it'll be about a 6-month process before the bridge is completed and ready for use again. So those are just a couple things I wanted to mention last night. We didn't have any. Last night's meeting was pretty straightforward. We didn't have a lot of serious discussions about any of the matters that we've been dealing with in the city. Our budget is complete. The city is in the process of posting the 2024 budget. You'll be able to see it probably today. We're going to try to get it on the website, and then it will be posted in the newspaper as required by law. And then, of course, we encourage citizens to call if they have any questions. One thing that I will mention that we talked about last night is we're in the process of filling a vacant animal control officer position. I've mentioned this before. We are looking to ramp up our efforts in the animal control officer position. We had interviews with 2 really good candidates. We will be making an offer very shortly after all the background checks and everything are done. That's what the council voted on last night. I know that there have been a lot of concerns about animal control issues in the city and the county, and we are determined to try to make sure that we have officers, animal control officers that are working closely with the police department and the sheriff's department to make sure that all the issues that you can face in the animal control area are taken care of. It's very important. It's a quality of life issue. It's a safety issue. It's a health issue. So stay tuned on some of the improvements that we're trying to do in the animal control area, but we are committed to that. We did have a executive session meeting over a personnel issue, and I will ask our city attorney to come up and address that.
Good morning. Good morning. So last night, the mayor and city council took up one matter of personnel related to job performance of a particular person in the police department. And after hearing both sides of the issue from the employee and the supervisory staff, the council voted unanimously to terminate for misconduct. Yeah, misconduct. That's all I can say.
Can you say how long the officer was with the department or what division they were in?
It's between 4 and 5 years. He was a basic officer and an investigator. Did that get picked up?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was basic patrol officer, and then recently had moved to investigations. Mm-hmm. He'd been about almost 5 years been with the city.
How long had he been with CID, do you know?
A few months, I think. And I don't have any other things today, unless y'all have some questions.
I just noticed something on the consent agenda that there was a stone removal at Friendship Cemetery. Do you know what that was, by any chance?
You know, I know that, no, I don't, off the top of my head, know exactly what that was. Was it anything to do with what we're doing with the, what is it down there? That we're beginning work on the mausoleum, but I don't think it was on that, but we can find out for sure. The other thing that was mentioned that we will have a report on soon from the work that is being done in the citywide recreation improvements. It's not just Probst Park, but it's some of the other neighborhood parks. There was a question asked last night by Councilwoman DeChico, I think, wanting an update on what the progress is. We have formed a group that is kind of like an advisory group for the parks, which includes me, Councilman Beard, Councilman Jones, city attorneys on there. Aren't you? Are you on the parks thing? Did you come to that meeting?
I don't know.
Maybe not, you didn't. The city engineer and the COO and the director of parks obviously is on there. And the CFO to work through the bid process. A lot of those stuffs are going to have to be bidded out to do the work. I do know that they did get bids in for the baseball fields, and I think some of those bids were coming in kind of high as far as the turf, and so they're going to be revisiting that. We're trying to get all the numbers in order to go ahead and try to complete the grant for Major League Baseball. to help with some of the cost. But Greg Lewis and Kevin were not at the meeting last night, so couldn't give a full update. Kevin is working on an overall update for us that we'll probably release before the next work session, which is next Thursday. But we will be planning to discuss the park in more detail then for questions, just to keep people updated. And again, reminding everybody, it's not just Probst Park that they're working on. It was an overall improvement plan for the other parks as well.
No other questions, Senator?
All right, thanks, guys.